This is a continuation of my Back to Basics series. To view the entire series, click the playlist link in the description. This video will go over mostly everything you need to know about keeping speed after a wall boost, including bunny hops, heely-slides, regular slides, and the art of holding W. If you already know all of these tricks, consider checking out my Contend for World Record series, where I go through every dash step by step and explain what tricks are used and how to do them. Also keep in mind I upload videos showing me hitting all of these tricks 5 times each, and the link is always in the description, so if you need more examples, it's there. I'm going to start having less of an intro to these videos. If you need more information about the series, watch the first 2 videos in the playlist. As for this video, it starts now. Bunny hops. Bunny hops are a vital piece of tech that you will use constantly when speedrunning this game. The end goal of most runs in this game is trying to keep your speed as long as possible, and bunny hops facilitate this. After you have started a wall boost and have launched off the wall, you will get a burst of speed, but when you land, you quickly lose it all. Bunny hopping is a strategy that lets you keep that wall boost speed potentially forever if you are good or practiced enough. So bunny hops work how they work in most other games that have them. If you jump as soon as you touch the ground, you keep your speed. Simple enough, right? Yes, but it's a little more complicated than that. In most other games with B-hops, there is a way to continue gaining speed after your first hop by strafing, such as Half-Life. Well, if you have any knowledge of this, throw it out the window. Well, technically it is possible to gain speed by strafing in this game, but it's negligible and it won't save you enough time for you to actually use it. What you will be more focused on in this game is trying not to lose the speed you have, and say goodbye to any comforts you have had in other games. If you want to be up here, you have to manually jump using the jump key, and get your timing right every single time. But what if we just bind it to the mouse wheel? That'll work, right? The short answer is no. The game does not like you throwing a ton of inputs at it, and will decide to just randomly throw out inputs if you are pressing a key too fast. So it makes it to where you are most likely only able to be consistent by manually jumping. The only upside about this is, the timing of your B-hop is much less precise than something like Half-Life. Jumping manually in those games is a lot more difficult, as the timing window is much less. But that's not to say that B-hopping in this game is easy. Most times that you use B-hops, you use multiple in a row. And say you're about to start a chain of B-hops that require 5 in a row. If you immediately miss the first B-hop, there is basically no way to keep any speed, and you are forced back to regular speed as you do the run of shame. So if you're doing B-hops, best not miss any. Or have another wall to start another wall boost on just in case. Another quirk about B-hopping, in other games, if you turn too fast, you may lose speed. But here, you can bunny hop completely 180 degrees with no penalty. Just make sure you plan your route out a bit, because wherever you look, that's where you're going. So if you've done your hop wrong, there is no way to save it besides the tiny amount of movement you get by holding the strafe keys. So, if you want to keep your speed, it is best to practice B-hops every time you get a chance to, and just build that muscle memory over time. The thing is though, the world is not flat. Well, the floors aren't. So you're going to do a lot of guessing on when to press jump over height changes. And the best part is some floors do not match their collision mesh, so you would do absolutely nothing wrong and still miss the B-hop. There is practically no way to become 100% consistent at B-hops, as you will find new differences in height all over the map. The only way to become consistent is to practice a sequence of B-hops multiple times, until the timing is muscle memory. For this reason, there is no easy way to become Frankie and learn how to bunny hop.
And I learned how to bunny hop. Have you seen this? Amazing. I learned how to do this. Totally pointless, because in matchmaking servers it just doesn't seem to work half the time. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, it seems my knees buckle.
Using a simple script. But hey, if you can figure it out, tell me, because it would be nice to practice with one, as trying to test a trick after 8 B-hops in a row is a real chore. So yeah, just jump after hitting the ground. How hard can that be? But in all seriousness, just practice them. You'll just get better over time. There's really no trick to it, just practice. This goes by a ton of names because I found it not long ago and could never decide what to call it myself. It goes by wave dancing, heely-sliding, or just simply punching. After that long explanation of bunny hopping, the rest will be fairly simple to explain. With the heely-slide, anywhere you gain speed with a wall boost, instead of attempting a hop, land on the ground, and continue going in one direction by holding W and spam punch, while not moving your mouse much. While you will not keep your speed like a B-hop would, you will instead lose your speed slower as long as you continue the punch. With the heely-slide on a regular wall boost, the most you will want to punch is 2 to 3 full punches, as there is diminishing returns, and eventually if you continue to punch, you will go slower than running speed. If you find yourself missing a B-hop too often, consider doing a heely-slide instead, but just keep in mind it's slower than a B-hop past the first punch. Also, never use your strafe keys while heely-sliding if you wish to keep your momentum going long. It's a good way to kill your speed really fast. The faster boost you have, the more reliable it is to heely-slide. And in some situations it may be preferable, as with a big boost you lose speed a lot slower and can keep it going for 5+ punches in a row easily. Not so easy to land all those B-hops in such a situation. You may also be forced to use a heely-slide in certain situations, as some boosts refuse to let you B-hop at all. Or some locations it is theoretically possible to B-hop even though it is almost impossible in practice, such as stairs. In these situations, always use a heely-slide. For the most part, for PC players, this strat should be used as a fallback in situations that you cannot bunny hop. But there are several other places that it can be used, so it's good to know. But Foie, I play on console, I can't punch in dashes. Fear not, there's another strat you can use. Regular slides. Everything that was just said about heely-slides also applies to regular slides. But the thing about regular slides is, you don't have to spam anything. Just continue to hold the crouch button. But there are a few bad things about a regular slide. At the end of a regular slide, you lose all speed, and you can only keep some of it by doing a slide roll at the end. Another downside of a regular slide is that falling off the edge of a building will more often than not make you grab the ledge you are trying to fall off of. You can negate this by slide rolling right before you reach the ledge. Or if you prefer, you can let go of slide right before the ledge, but this may not always work as well. For the most part, this strategy is a replacement for heely-sliding for console players, and should only be used whenever you cannot bunny hop. However, there are situations such as this strategy in Under Construction that use it, so it's good to know regardless. The art of holding W. Besides the memey name, this is actually something you should learn, as it comes in handy a lot more than you think it does. When you're playing this game, it's common that you basically never let go of W, as letting go can instantly kill all speed you have. Try letting go of W while heely-sliding and you will see what I mean. You can, however, let go of W while bunny hopping without much of a penalty, and this is the main reason I'm explaining this. While bunny hopping, it is common to change heights from one bunny hop to the next, or in some situations to cross a small gap. The thing is, while you're bunny hopping, there's a somewhat large height change ahead. It can completely kill your bunny hop and force you into an animation if you continue to hold W. In these situations, you can let go of W, so you don't get these small hop-up animations that kill your run. The disadvantage of this, whenever you're not holding W, if you miss a B-hop, you go to completely zero speed, a standstill. So most of the time, you still want to be holding W as a failsafe, as going directly to no speed can cost a lot more time than the gradual speed loss of holding W after failing a hop. But not holding W can be the difference between making and not making a jump. You can also sometimes fall to your death or get a slow animations in situations that you may not have died if you were holding W, so just keep that in mind. This is going to be the stopping point for this particular video. If you want to suggest a trick that I may have forgotten about, or that you want to see in the future, do it in the comments, as I've been trying to get a full list of tricks going, because there always seems like there are more and more every time I think about what I use when I play the game. Remember also that these videos do not have a strict release schedule, so don't count on them getting released regularly, but I'll try my best. I am making these videos because I want to see the game stay alive as much as it can, so thanks for running, and I hope you learned something.